what's up? It's your boy, man. Finally back. Finally back on the YouTube scene, man. All the Detroit Pistons fans out there, all of my subscribers. What's up? What's up, man? Glad to be back. It's been about a month. I had to take a break off. Things were just getting a little bit too much for me. Had some things I needed to get done, and definitely was getting tired of all the trade talking and chattering going on back and forth. I wanted to wait until the deadline was over. So if you was wondering, that did play a part in why I stepped away from the scene for a while. But I was just as active on Twitter and other social media. So I appreciate all the people that stuck with me, on Twitter and reached out in the comment sections and, stuff like that. And, basically just keeping up, checking on you, man. So I appreciate y'all, man. 100. Detroit Pistons, man. Trade deadline is officially over. Okay, they, we traded Bullock away. We traded Stanley Johnson away for Thon Maker and Svi. That's how you say his name. You got to say it kind of quick. That's his short first name. Last name is kind of a challenge. It's going to take us a while to come up with something. But I'm sure we have a nickname for him. My man is a straight up shooter. He can shoot the basketball. Thon Maker, if you want to know who Thon Maker is, and you haven't had a chance to really watch him with the Bucks, watch the playoffs from last year. I watched that series between them and Celtics. Watch that playoff series. Thon Maker will be, I believe, a really nice addition for the Detroit Pistons, man. Really nice addition, man. If you was following me a long time ago, that I was one of the people who wanted Thon Maker in the draft. And I'm not just saying that because I was a fan of him back then. Watch those clips from the playoffs last year. That's all I'm going to say. My man can block shots and he can shoot the basketball. His potential, he has a lot of potential. As so as my man from the Lakers. First time I seen him, man, was the summer league. He had dropped like 30 something, almost, I think 30 or 40 points on somebody, man, in the summer league. I was like, who is this dude, man? Then when the season started, when they first played Golden State, and they was whooping Golden State, he was playing then. He was going head to head with Klay Thompson, man. And I'm like, who is this dude? You know what I'm saying? I couldn't pronounce his name. Like, who is this guy? And come to find out, the Detroit Pistons made a trade for him. Reggie Bullock wasn't coming back, for y'all who don't understand the way that the contracts work. He was going to cost too much. This was the Golden Tate trade, of the Detroit Pistons. No way we was getting him back next year. Had to go ahead and do what we had to do. You got this guy under contract for a couple of more years. You got a draft pick out of it. Good move. Good move, Pistons. As far as Stanley Johnson needed a change of scenery. It's unfortunate to see him have to go through it the way that he did. He was traded to the Bucks, and then he was traded from the Bucks to the Pelicans. You never want to see a young kid get traded around like that and tossed around like that, like a piece of meat. Especially Stanley Johnson. Stanley Johnson may have not been the shooter that we all wanted him to be, but Stanley Johnson is a player that I liked as a person. And I like this attitude, especially on the defensive end. And you don't want to see people, go through that, man. These people are real humans. They're not video game players. So, that's a tough situation. He's young. He don't really have that much family. He lost his mom. He was, living with Andre Drummond at first. So, tough to see him have to go through that. But I pray that he has a successful career elsewhere. Thank you to him and Reggie Bullock, man. Reggie Bullock, it was like watching a kid grow up, man, because when he first got here, he was only averaging 1.9 points a game. We literally watched Reggie Bullock grow up, man, and turn him into the man that he is today, which is one of the best shooters in the NBA. So, kind of, touchy, seeing them guys get traded away, man, but it had to be done. So, Andre, Reggie Jackson, Blake Griffin, they all still here. The Mike Conley deal did not go down. I thank the Pistons organizations for not falling for that crap, man. They were only trading Mike Conley to some suckers, and the Pistons decided that we were not going to be the suckers. No way I'm trading for Mike Conley, who is 31 years old, that has back issues, that can't stay healthy, with that type of contract. And I'm not giving you a first-round pick and Luke Kennard for that. Are you out of your mind? And they wanted another pick on top of that. So, no. Not going to happen. I'm glad the Pistons didn't play the sucker role. And Marc Gasol ended up going to the Toronto Raptors instead of the Charlotte Hornets. So the Anthony Davis saga did not go down. That fell apart. So, other signings elsewhere, a lot of places, a lot of guys went places that we didn't expect. But this is going into phase 2. Now we're into phase 2. This is where it gets interesting because a lot of players have already been waived from these teams. So the free agency waiver wire is on fire right now. And the Detroit Pistons, according to Woj, probably about 10 minutes ago, the Detroit Pistons are one of the most aggressive teams of trying to sign Wayne Elliott. Wayne Ellington. Man, I would really love if they can get Wayne Ellington. Wayne Ellington, he can shoot. He's what we want Langston Galloway to be. Dude is a 57% three-point shooter, bro. If we don't need that, I don't know what the hell we need, man. Gotta have that, man. I wanted to get a point guard in the trade market, but these teams is, just asking for stupid stuff, man. They just think, a lot of people threw names out there, of course, the fan base, but you have to understand, man, the Pistons is not just about to give away the franchise just to make a trade. They want to be smart about the situation. We were able to get up under the cap with the 2 moves that we did make, even though they were small and subtle. I wanted a point guard. Hey, it is what it is. Reggie's been playing like himself for the last month. So, yes, I have been watching with a magnifying glass. I know that Reggie's been playing well. I know that Calderon continues to be a thorn in this team's side. With the addition of more shooting and Thon Maker, another rim protector, because I get tired every time when Andre get in foul trouble or when he goes sit on the bench, it's open season at the basket. I get sick of that. So I'm glad to see Thon Maker with his length. He's not the big stocky guy, but his length allows him to get block shots, man. With that being said, if we can get Wayne Ellington, man, I would be ecstatic about that. That is the epitome of what we need. We need somebody like that can just flat out shoot. I mean, shoot. You know what I'm saying? So you let Bullock go, damn it, you better replace him with something better as a shooter. So if they can get that, man, I swear. A lot of other guys, man, been waived. Martin Gortat was waived. It's a lot of people that's being waived right now. Nick Stauskas. There's guys out there. We still need a small forward, I believe. So we'll see what happens, man. Phase 2 of this big day has begun, and that is the waiver wire. So we'll see who's been waived and who the Pistons pick up. And who we get off this damn roster, probably Henry Ellis and, somebody else, some other guys or something like that. We'll see. Not Henry Ellison. John Lure. We not getting. I mean, there's no way we can get rid of John Lure. I don't even know what I'm thinking about right now. That $10 million a year is just killing me, man. I just really wish we could have got rid of him. But ain't nobody that damn stupid. Part of the thing with Reggie Jackson, man, unless you was giving up a bunch of assets to take on his contract, nobody was taking that contract. I told y'all that from the beginning. But somebody is definitely going to have to go if we do get Wayne Ellington. So we'll see who that is. I almost forgot that Henry Ellison was on the team. His name came flying out of my mouth, man. That's not even what I was really thinking about. But I almost forgot he was on the team, man. Him, John Lure, dead players just sitting on the bench, man. Jose Calderon is poison, and Zaza Pachulia continues to be a clown. I hate watching the game with Greg Kelser and George Blah Blah. That's what I call him, George Blah Blah. It's on there talking about how smart he is. He's such a smart player and such a dude. He made the play that he was supposed to make. There's nothing great about that. He did what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? The dude hasn't been great in his entire career. This dude, I always not like Zaza, dude. It's like, why is he here? And all he does is foul people. So, with that being said, man, let's see what happens in phase 2. I'm going to give it a couple of hours or so and come back later tonight and drop my final video, man. And if I'm going to do a video form or live stream, we'll see. But one or the other, I will be back tonight. Just wanted to come and chat with y'all, man, and reacquaint myself and say, what up, though? Pretty much. It's been a while. It's been a long time. So, I don't know, man. Let me know what y'all think, who the Pistons should go on, get in the waiver wire, man. And if you did any research on these two guys that we traded for, what do you think about them? So, with that being said, I'll catch up with you guys later.